and I throw a fireball at Dio, right? So he has to fight me, okay?
Throw a fireball right now.
You could use a big rock. Are we starting?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Oh,
We start on two.
Start on two?
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's 2 apes in a pod. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
There are two.
So right before we started, we were talking about, you said cameras with lenses, which is what you're using to view us, our viewers. Isn't that an interesting concept though? Like in on its own.
That people are watching us?
Right. Yeah. No. Like people who like
People from the future
right.
are
It's
watching
because
us.
that's
People from the future are watching this.
and people from the past are not watching this.
Yeah, because I don't think people from the past.
They
No,
can't
but
watch
people in the past have seen
Other
us
episodes.
sit in this same place.
True. And that
That's a
isn't that perspective weird? You know, because it's like gotta think about how we appear to them through their screens.
So Red, like, how do you perceive things then?
Sorry, I got distracted. Say that one more time.
How do you perceive things then? Like, I don't know. An open-ended, vaguely philosophical question. How do you interpret the world? Like, what's
So-
the way you see it?
The current motto that I've come to love is, and it's cheesy, but move like a cloud and flow like water.
Sting like a bee.
No. Move like a cloud and float like water. Flow like water. Because I think life is like a rhythm, right? And
Like a river or a
a
rhythm?
rhythm. Yeah. There's like patterns and repetition all around, you know? And yeah, you know, you asked me a very vaguely open-ended question.
Yeah.
So I'm it's really
Well, you
hard to
gave a
do
very
that.
vague and open
That's like
answer.
that's the current like you know, model
You
that
gave
so,
back what, was put before you. I feel like that's pretty consistent with how I understand.
but like
you
give
said?
me, you know, specific instances, right? So like beef at work with people, right? So like, you know, it's like it's really hard to like not, you know, get angry and, you know, like you know, yell at these people, you know? But
I love making you deep throat this thing.
I hate that.
It wants your attention.
It scared me. But yeah, so you know, you just kind of like have to like breeze through things, right? Live like air and water. You know, just be free.
Laugh, love.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, so I gotta.
no.
You said that. Give you an example. Okay, so you're sitting behind a train thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and
The
there's
train
it's
thing.
gonna run like 5 people over.
Okay.
and you
Jesus.
gotta pull the lever and make it not run those 5 people off, but it'll run over one person. Do you pull the lever?
How many people are on the train?
5. No. It's like there's a drive going. You're just like, I don't know. Yeah, you're sure they can. Whoever controls the lever. So you're gonna run over 5 people.
No. How many people are on the train? Is it like what's
It's
the
just
train?
you.
No one on
It's
the
just
train is
you.
going to be harmed except maybe
The
psychologically.
people tied to the train tracks.
I'm gonna
in
throw
front.
a big old rock in front of
Nope.
the train and derail it.
Okay, so you try to throw a rock and then it does literally fucking nothing,
No,
and then
I
you
feel
run
like-
over the 5
no,
people.
It's a big old. It's a big
So
ass
Red
rock.
chose to run over the 5 people.
No, that's not what I said. I said I'd find a big rock and I'd put it in front of
Okay,
the
so
train.
let me rephrase then the answer. While you are looking for a big rock, you run over the 5 people.
There was a
and-
big rock because life gives you lemons and you have to
Okay,
make
so
rocks.
when you were attempting to try to throw it through the window and trying to figure
What
out how to
window?
open the window,
What window?
you're in a train, I thought.
No, I was on the side getting the rock.
Okay, but you're like a mile
rock.
away.
No, I'm
No?
at the tracks. There's just
Okay,
big rocks.
would you pull the lever?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah, no, I probably
one
would
is
too.
a lower number than 5.
Because the argument is if you do nothing, and I think most people like it was like
I mean, you're still making
most
a choice
people,
to do nothing.
yeah, but like they were gonna die before you got there. So like it could be up to you to save, right? But then you are actually directly causing 1 death versus indirectly causing 5 deaths. So I feel like most logical people would look at like pure amount of numbers, right? And be like, okay, I'm gonna like save the most amount of people that I can. But like in pulling that lever, you are making it not an indirect action.
I mean, that
It is a
ties
direct-
into my belief that objective morality is bullshit. Like, I don't know, to say that that person killed that one person by just pushing the lever, like, I don't think that's that's entirely accurate. Whatever put him in the situation,
yeah.
Well, yeah, 'cause
killed
you
those
can-
people.
You can
Who
look at
tied
it.
them to the fucking train
No,
tracks
you
in the
can look
first
at
place?
it like he saved 5 lives. It's all about perspective.
Yeah,
You know.
like a half glass, half full, half.
yeah.
Um,
Because he killed a person. Yeah. But he saved 5 people. That was why he did it. Because that's why I do it too.
that's why you'd do it too.
I would.
I actually just hated the one guy.
I couldn't find a rock.
Okay, so because there's so many ways to like try to, you couldn't find a rock.
I couldn't find a big rock.
You couldn't find a rock.
Could-
Or you were throwing the rock and it like rebounded, right? Like you missed entirely, but
It
it
just
somehow
knocked me
bounced
out.
back and hit the lever
Yeah.
anyways.
Okay. Oh, hit the lever. I thought you
And then
said
it-
like knocked me out.
Oh, or yeah, you could have knocked yourself out. Your head hits the lever.
Oh no! It hits the lever, falls to the ground, grows a pair of legs, beats the shit out of me.
The rock
Yeah.
for legs?
Yeah,
Why did the rock grow legs?
because it's I don't know.
We're in the realm of philosophy here. Anything can happen. It's
Well,
magic.
yeah. To be fair, to flash back to the reason we wanted to talk about this episode, I'm gonna preface this. I'm gonna go a little bit behind the curtains on our episode that I think was fucking amazing and hilarious. The like, do aliens or how old is the Earth and do or like
Yeah.
and did the alien? I don't know, something like that.
Fun time.
I think it was like one of the first or second new episodes of the season. We kind of interrogated Red a lot, right? Like because Red's got some
put me on blast.
perspectives, some worldviews about this kind of stuff, and I think me and Dan tend to be a little bit more logical thinking.
I mean, yeah, I'd agree with that.
And I feel like so
Yeah.
what we wanted to do is we wanted to like try to like figure out the actual differences between like how we all see this. And now we have also a third party. We obviously have our beautiful voice of God, Manny.
Hey, everyone.
Would you pull the
I'd like
lever?
to. Would I pull the lever? You see,
Jesus.
a lever, much like many things, exists on a spectrum. So you could pull the lever halfway, so the little, like, the mechanism to switch it is, like, pointed right in the middle, and it actually derails the train and kills the conductor instead. So I believe that would be my first choice. If you're going to hit me with the lever only has 2 states.
Well, that's what I was gonna say
If
because
it's a
that's not how
button,
That
they
also
work.
begs
What
the
if
question.
it's a button?
Like, is it more moral for you to kill yourself instead of take a life?
Well, no.
Well, okay, how about this?
You're
How
not
about
killing
this?
yourself.
So
you're killing
let's
the conductor.
say this is overwhelming me, and I think none of them deserve to live because they were about to die anyway. So I let them run over the 5, and while the guy is tied up on the other end, I just go and like stab him. So I think that's my second answer.
Now
if
we're
I
talking.
can't kill the conductor, I'll kill.
I think that one's morally wrong. What do y'all think?
yeah. I'm
I
gonna
would say it's
the
just
second one.
a brutal force of
I
the
think
universe.
both of them because the first one I'm gonna give you once again another what would actually happen because you already disproved my there's 2 right because that's dead ass what I was gonna say at first I was gonna say well you didn't turn it fully so you derail the train and then it hits a fucking nursery.
A nursery? Where the fuck did nursery come from, bro?
What are there not
You
a
didn't say-
nursery next to train tracks?
No, I don't think
Okay,
you can
so
have a
in
nursery
certain
next to train
worlds,
tracks. That don't make any
world
sense.
Where there's random ass buildings around
Yeah,
every single like
they don't just
every
put
single
nurseries
terrorist
next to
organization. So
train
I'm gonna
tracks.
say in my universe that the train derails and then hits every politician that happened to be in like one
But this is the
concentrated.
trains universe.
No, I'm witnessing
you
this.
just
No, it's
okay
your
to be in it.
universe. You change the problem for your universe, so I can change it for mine.
Yeah, exactly. And then the train grew legs.
And then the
So,
change your legs.
What do y'all think of postmodernism? I really like postmodernism.
You should give a little explanation
yeah,
for what postmodern
so
is.
I'm
postmodernism
lost.
is. All right, this is going to be my description of it. There's probably better ones, but basically, it's the idea that like nothing can be known entirely for sure. So basically, you have to at some point like pick something on kind of a leap. Almost, I don't want to say leap of faith because that ties into.
You just have to
other
pick what
shit,
you
but
think
you
is the
need to
most-
pick what you think is the most real, but you have no objective way of ultimately proving like objective reality. Basically, is what postmodernism posits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way you can completely prove your view of the world is true. Like, if you lay down some axioms and
That-
you accept those axioms, you can prove true stuff with that. But like, you still need to make the jump, and like there is no objective way to make that jump.
That is wild. I was literally driving home the other day, and I was coming through, and I
That
distinctly
doesn't
remember.
mean all viewpoints are equally likely.
No, but I was literally just thinking that exact statement because like I've had that thought before though. I just didn't realize it was called postmodernism. But like yeah, like my view of reality is different from y'all's like completely. Like we're kind of in the same area, we're doing the same thing, right? But we're completely different. Like feeling, like I don't know, like perspective, everything. It's all
Yeah.
different, you know. And so like that's like 3 different, 4 different, 5 different universes right there. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all different and they're all unique. So it's like, at what point does one become better than the other? And the answer is that I don't think they do.
Well, the physics like of the universe tell us that literally like one there is no viewpoint of reality like physics going at a certain speed looks slightly different than physics going at a different speed, and that like things can have different energies depending on how you view it. I'm really butchering this
Yeah.
No, I
explanation,
feel you.
but like it's
know,
not just on a like
kinda-
human level, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like
There is-
physically in the universe, if you have a different frame of reference for the information you're looking at, like you'll get different results a lot of the time.
Yeah, and I want to kind of add this too. Like so, like frequencies I think are a thing too because like everything is moving at a frequency. Everything.
frequencies is a very good metaphor.
But like no, like literally, like like everything that you like, the chairs aren't really just sitting there. In reality, they're moving. We just can't really see them. You know, so because like they're just doing this. They're atoms. They're doing this. Not a lot, but they're moving. So and they're making a frequency. Everything's always moving and making a frequency. So I think
Not
humans.
necessarily. Frequency is just for like periodic motions.
No, like we just can't tell. Like
No,
Well, maybe I think there's probably a different. I don't know the term, but I'm
Yeah, there's
imagining
probably a different
like
term for 'em.
you're describing
like
of atoms
the minute,
moving.
yeah,
isn't-
yeah, exactly.
what is?
I mean,
is
are
the
you
term
talking-
for that? The fact that just like everything's made of particles that move.
Yeah,
I think that's what he's trying to say.
maybe that's
You know what I'm
string theory.
saying?
I don't really know a lot about that. I know about quantum and relativism.
Like just the fact that like atoms and electrons and neutrons are always moving.
Oh yeah, but like that's random motion. So like you know how there's like orbitals, right?
Yeah. Like how
so-
they orbit like the neutron and is that
Yeah,
what you're talking
no.
about?
a more accurate model is just like a probability sphere. So imagine a sphere of area with a hole cut out in the middle, and anywhere in this sphere's volume, it's equally likely to be. And you can have spaces where it's more likely to be or less likely to be, but the electron isn't like at a point until you
Observe
do an
it.
observation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you need to like in order to model orbitals, it's like a probability. It's not there until it's looked at. And I want to say looked at does not mean like human conscious
Yeah.
observation. Within physics, that just means like
A moment in
information
time,
being
right?
exchanged. So like two particles giving force on each other would be like an observation for physics. So.
Yeah. Which like almost like sounds like Schrodinger's box type stuff.
Yeah, Schrodinger's
No, that's
atomic
literally
particle,
like
yeah.
quantum physics.
Like where, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm sure most people do. So it's like just where like if you're not like if a cat is in a box, right, and you don't know is it alive or dead, right? That's what it is.
Well,
like you can't.
You have a cat in a box and you have a couple poison treats in there that kill the cat, but you don't check on the cat, but you don't know if the cat is actually dead.
Yeah.
You know, but the
Until
cat's-
you open it up and look.
yeah, or you wait long enough
Yeah.
to smell it. You know,
Which what you're talking though about like the perspective of postmodernism or whatever, like I almost like because like so
I
is-
bring that up because that's like a viewpoint like I personally hold. Now I
Yeah.
think that there's realities that are way more likely to be true than other ones, and you got to use like judgment. But
because that's
yeah.
what I was gonna say. Like I agreed with like the first
and like
part
I
of
think
it.
that there is like a physical thing that's happening, but I think that all of our perspectives on it are different.
Yeah.
So like it's the same event, but like from our different perspectives, they can look wildly different.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not that reality itself like doesn't exist and it's just our projections onto it. I think like
there's an
what it-
objective like truth, or not an objective truth, but like
just not an objective truth. It's all
like
different.
if you just think of like I don't know, I guess like that's like sort of the perspective where it's like there is like the Earth is like, and all the science that's like happening in
what
the
I
physics
believe.
and gravity, like there
Well, yeah.
overall is like an
Well,
objective what is happening.
I phrase it like this, right? Yeah, in
I just
my
can't
opinion,
comprehend it.
No, in my opinion, that is what I believe, right? But at the same time, I know that I know nothing. You
Yeah.
know? So like you just have to accept that you're just kind of a fool,
Well, and
in
that's-
general, you can
yeah.
believe in the most scientific and blah 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 blah, but like at the same time, like you have to accept that like you can't understand everything, and there's some things you don't know, and everyone's just a little bit of a fool. Like not in like
yeah.
a bad malicious way, just in general. Like think of like a jester, But
I like
think
jesters.
jester.
Yeah.
I like being a jester.
just like a little goofy, like a little, like oops, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
So-
and I think a big thing about perspective also, something that we've talked about on our morals and drugs episode.
What a
but
time.
Overall, I think
should check it out.
99% of people that have done psychedelics, mostly like mushrooms, like everybody like has like the stereotypical like third inner eye of just like understanding the universe and understanding like we're all just like one energy and like we're all together, and it's like that. I feel like that's something that like a lot of people like that do psychedelics, obviously us three,
Yeah.
like that
Definitely.
like even if that doesn't take over your perspective 100%, like I feel like that's at least like
Changes it.
30%
Yeah,
of
no,
like your
100%.
perspective and
I
how
don't
I
you
mean,
think
it's
see
I
it.
know
also just
anyone.
objectively, I think, like more true than anything else. Because if you look at like all the like, I don't know, scientific explanations of the world, like there's not really any separation between like our particles and the rest of the world's particles. It's just our particles are holding like the pattern that is us moving through
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I know
that's
it says
very well put, to be honest with you.
a very like easy like a simple like way to almost like describe that too, I've heard, is like we're just like the universe's way of like looking at our we're the
Yeah.
universe's way of looking at
No,
itself.
absolutely, yeah.
Because like yeah, we are the universe, right? And like obviously that like leads into like nihilism, right? Of like, oh well, we're all gonna die, it doesn't really
I
matter.
think enlightened
Like,
nihilism is.
That's what I was
think is a
trying to
great
tell
thing.
you. I tried to. Okay, there was a time. Okay, long ago, sometime last year when I had just moved back from Connecticut, and it was like you, me, Aaron, Brittany, and we were at HQ, which was an undisclosed park in a convenient location. But we were all there and we were talking about it, and I told them about, and I essentially explained enlightened nihilism to them, how like nothing matters, but in a good way, because it frees you to be yourself and do what you
Yeah.
want without the concept of worry or stress or mental anguish on like external things, right? Because none of it technically matters, like
Yeah.
oh, you dropped the ball here, oops, time moves on, like okay, we just got to keep going. And that's like it's really like I don't know, the enlightened part is I think
yeah,
the
you
main
gotta
part.
find the
the-
good balance.
Yeah. Because like yes, technically like you keep dropping the ball, man. Like you karma, like it's because it's all good and bad, and karma comes back and forth, And so like you keep dropping balls, you can keep doing bad things. Like I don't know, you're gonna be on the ground.
Because yeah, I was
You
gonna
know?
say you're obviously super in terms of respective stuff. You're super into like karma and stuff.
Yeah.
Which like I don't think I'm like against it. I just don't think I like weigh it as much.
I don't think karma exists.
I think there is a like there. Yeah, no.
I think even at like a
Because
base level, if you're like being nice to people, like they're gonna maybe just be more nice to you, and that will have more
Yeah, but
compounding
that's like a
effects.
cause and effect thing, like on our like layer or whatever of reality. Like,
Look at some
if
of-
karma
like-
is what you call that, then karma exists.
Yeah.
I
that's
think
what
it
I'm trying to
exists
mean.
in positive and negative. Like it's simple. It's found everywhere in nature. Things repel one another. Magnets. Like I don't know that there's like a not
Oh,
magnets,
like
that's
it's
stupid,
more
but-
of like it's still a rule in our world.
So what is an
making
example
it?
of it in nature though? Because that's what you just said. I'm just genuinely curious.
Yeah.
You probably don't have like.
like animals who specifically like kill, like dolphins, evil fucking dolphins, man.
But
Don't
where does
dolphins like
karma
kill
come
for
in,
fun
though?
or something?
Yeah, they
Well-
like rape fish. Yeah, they turn fish into sex dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow,
it's fucked.
and they're
dolphins
aware
are
of it too.
They're in the
That's
top
thing.
10 most intelligent animals on the planet.
Huh.
But
So
see,
is a pig.
But the karma for them is we're like fucking polluting the fuck out of their ocean. We're destroying like
I
their
think
like
human
topography.
industrialism is totally unrelated because humans would
Is
have
it though?
fucked up the dolphins even if they were
No,
nice to
we
fish.
are.
So you're saying
You
they
see what I'm
get
saying?
to fuck and
No, you
fuck
see what I'm
fish
saying?
because we polluted the ocean?
No, you see, no. But you do not like. I don't know. Like you asked me for like, well, how is that karma? I'm like stretching here, but like it's a stretch. But like think about it. Like they're like over there doing like wacky evil shit to pufferfish, man. God bless. But their oceans are just getting fucked up by us. We're like like an
So
evil.
we're karma.
We are the force that karma decided to like administer.
It just
you know
feels
what
like
I'm
I
saying?
mean, like
adding
good
a
events
layer.
and bad events will happen, no matter what kind of
Yeah.
morality you have. You could be like Mother Teresa or Hitler. Like you're both gonna have like really good things and really bad things happen to you.
True. No, I'm not denying that. Like sometimes people just have a hard life.
And that's not fair. And that
No,
goes
it's
into
not.
like the stereotypical, like a lot of what turns people away from religion of like, oh, this person got sick. I prayed and prayed and prayed.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do anything?
And I don't know the answer to that one. I think maybe there's just people who've fallen outside of, I don't know, the order of things. Something's wrong. I don't know.
That's, I mean, that's a decent way to like, if you're going to believe in karma, I feel like, yeah, you have to believe that. Or like, if you believe in like religion, like you, like, specifically, things like Christianity, at least for us growing up, it's like,
Because it's like a cycle like you have to keep swimming in. It's like
you
almost
just got to
like
keep,
living and breathing is like, I don't know.
That's what you're
Attracting
saying. Like
energy and-
if you see like reincarnation.
Dude, I don't know if there's any religion out there that I halfway kind of believe in. It is because it's like I really think that there
or
is
Buddhism
reincarnation.
or reincarnation.
just specifically believing in
Yeah,
that.
because it's like I really think that there is a soul. I think that there is something that is generated through I don't know something special, and that kind of ties into aliens too. Because it's like I don't know honestly. There's probably not aliens out there. We're probably all alone, which means like that's fucking incredibly special how humankind is.
I think there's aliens.
I don't know.
I'm not like Martians coming over here, and I don't know about that. But like there is like life on other planets. There's evidence of life on other planets, right? Like the shit they found on Mars or something. Obviously, that is like nowhere even fucking close.
Yeah.
So what are we calling an alien, right? Are we saying an alien is intelligent life like us? But then that
Intelligent
goes
and
to
self-aware.
last episode when we were talking about AI, right? How the fuck do we even like? Who are we to like?
Judge it because
Say,
that's the
like,
thing
what
is we have to establish the
like
beliefs
bonding, any different than electrons and transistors being on or off. It's still information just being transferred.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a different mechanism.
Yeah. And I think that kind of like going back, it's like, it's really interesting because like we're talking about philosophy, but there's so many like, it goes like almost like one in one with like religion. And I think that's because like a lot of times like it's all just like the same way of, it's all just trying to explain why the fuck are we here? What the fuck is going on? Like, please, like, should I figure like,
give me answers,
Yeah. And so that's why I've always like for the longest time now, just, like I think the philosophy term and then like the translation of some of that's like just obviously like being agnostic, right? Where you're like, I literally
don't know.
don't fucking have a clue.
That's
So like,
that's really how I view it. Is I know nothing. When it comes to that, I essentially really know nothing.
Yeah.
Only the fact that I'm here. My physical body, from what I could tell. Nature and Mother Earth.
Yeah.
So it's like those things I think you can be grateful for in a religious kind of way, because like religion just kind of stemmed from trying to control like different like environments, like different environmental disasters, right? They'd be like, oh, we got to pray to this god to avoid this plague or this fire or this flood or whatever, and so to appease it, it's like giving gratitude almost in the times where there's no flood or whatever. It's all good and they have feasts and
Celebrating
stuff.
and
Exactly.
yeah.
So it's like, I want to take that celebration and apply it to, special aspects in life.
Yeah. Well, obviously we've talked about a lot. Like every time we talk about religion, it's like there's nothing wrong with being religious. I think it's just like a lot of times organized religion is when you get, or like when you do this specific like hateful things that like
There's nothing wrong with being
You know.
religious. There's everything wrong with being like a hateful shithead.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. That's-
Because it's like that's the thing that I really think. Because once you cross a line when you're trying to impose your will on another person, right? And sometimes it's for the best, right? Like you're you need direction and you have a trusted figure. They can help you out and take you in a different direction. But a lot of the times people just want to just impose their opinion on you and their belief, or they judge
Yeah.
you because of their own beliefs, right?
Yeah.
But the real reality of it is that you're just both human beings. Like you don't have to do anything. There's just you can be completely neutral. There's no reason to be hateful or anything like that.
Yeah.
You can just exist. That is always the option.
You'd think if like
You
the
know?
way other people are living their life is as bad as religions, say that they are, like those consequences would make it so that person, like, you don't have to hate on them because they're going
Exactly.
to go to the bad place. Like the moral order of the universe is against this person already. So like, why do you have to add that
Exactly.
or
Your
add
own-
to that, even if you believe in it?
Because then and there you go, because you believe you're better than them. That's the core of it. You think you know the right answer and that you think they're better than them.
Yeah.
That's how, that's how those hateful people are.
Well, and like that's what's so hard about like obviously certain branches of Christianity where it's like they truly believe like you will fucking burn in
Yeah.
hell for all of eternity if you do not like do these things. And
Yeah.
so like
Man, isn't that kind of a fucked up thing to? I
Absolutely.
don't know. Don't want to get too deep into the
Yeah.
Christianity.
No,
thing,
no, it's
'cause-
honestly
But
that's
just
a
like
huge
yeah,
part.
like if you're friends with someone and you genuinely care about them, or you're married to someone, and
You're
like
gonna
why
wanna try
you do
and-
not want them to burn in hell for all of
Yeah.
eternity? Like holy shit, that's like the worst thing ever.
I mean, come to think of it, I guess I can see how that can justify, or like, air quotes, justify in someone's head doing like really, bad shit or being really mean about something. Because when you think about it, like, if you don't get this person to believe what you believe, they're going to be tortured forever. So,
Yeah.
like, all means necessary.
And that's the problem is it's like it'd be fine if it's like, oh, like be a good person, do this, and and hey, you're not being a good person. Like we need to like make you be no, it's like don't be gay.
Yeah.
Don't be
Dude, and it's
fucking like
it-
it's ridiculous.
It sucks because being born and raised like fucking Christian Catholic, hardcore, like I don't know, shit really fucks with you. It's hard to like toss some of these perspectives away sometimes and distinguish like what is like their opinion and how I was formed to raise, and like what is right.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's just really fucked up in my opinion. Like it's like brainwashing. In reality, it's them imposing will on human beings.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. It's like I don't even necessarily have a problem with like having a way like the concept of religion, like right. But it's just like because like you said, it's good to like back in the day when they were like celebrating to the farming gods, right? Because like a
Yeah.
certain thing, like I don't think there's inherently anything wrong with that. It's just then when you get into the specifics of like what are the actions that come out of that, right? Is it because it's going to be a lot more than just I'm going to feel self-fulfilled and like stuff like that. No, it's because it bleeds into we need to shit on people that are gay or
Yeah.
people that are like
It's the 2,000-year evolution of that.
just because like I'm sure back in the day though that's the thing. I mean like even in the Bible it talks about like slaves. Like if
Yeah.
you kill someone's slave.
You are a bad.
No, if you strike them and they get up after 2 weeks, like
It's fine.
It's
God
fine.
has those moral cases strictly defined
Yeah.
for us. Like
Those
he
are
thought it was
totally-
important enough to put in the book.
Those are totally divine will right there. Yep.
Yeah,
Divine words.
no mankind involved at all in that one. No,
No amount of dehydrated fucking.
God wanted us to know how much to beat our slaves.
Yeah,
it
the
was
rules
very
on beating
important
our
for the
slaves.
divine mind. To
And the fact that
tell
people
us
still
that.
quote that fucking.
yeah,
I don't know. Like,
I mean, and like obviously, like I don't want to turn this into just like a shit on religion, but at least
I
like a
could.
lot of them are also just in particular shit on women and like women are property and like
yeah, just absurd notions.
like we get to marry the women when they are fucking literally 6.
It's
like-
imposing of will, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
You know.
I think a lot of organized religion is used as an excuse to enforce whatever is convenient or wanted by whoever in that society is like powerful or in control, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that's how a lot of organized religions are kind of molded. And I think like the individual like spiritual truth that a person gets from their religion can be like disconnected from that, but like for a lot of people it's still informed by people didn't want like gay people because that meant less people were being born, which meant you were making less money, right? If
Yeah.
you were a feudal lord or some shit.
Yeah.
Or running a village or something. Like
Yeah.
I don't think
100%.
it's I don't think it's what do you call it? Coincidence that the traits that make a good like early Catholic Christian were also the traits that made a good serf, right? Like like I think that there's a link there, and divinity and all of that aside, like I don't think you can ignore that bleed over between
Yeah.
like what people want and what a religion says.
Yeah. 100. And I think that's why like
Like even if you think it's true, right? Like people are fuckheads, they're gonna try and do that.
yeah, like they're gonna try to use it to take advantage or get, because like yeah, people are just fucking greedy. That's the thing. Like a lot of people are just like, how can I, and that's the problem specifically right now in like modern stuff like that. You know, it's just like, oh, like how can I like grift into like making money, right? Like, oh, like I mean, like Fox News, very in particular, just settled $900 it was like $700 million to the Dominican or whatever voting things. Cause like they were saying like, oh, like, you know, it was like all like it was fraud. It was like, you know, these machines were doing all this stuff, and like because they saw money in like, oh, people will watch us if we're like talking about this, right? How can we like use this for our advantage, or you know?
The only reason they exist is because people have been brainwashed. I mean, quite simply,
yeah, to
like just how they grow up, you know. And I say brainwashed, like some in that connotation, like positively, not positively, but with like no like negativity there. Just like they've just been brought up like that. That's
yeah,
how they are.
I mean, and that's
how they
like
think,
everywhere, right?
you know?
Like people, you know,
Conditioned, I should say.
born in Africa, you know, they have their religions there. People born in Europe or Asia, you know,
And it doesn't necessarily make it like inherently bad just because it's different. But what
it's
they choose to
just
do
those
with
actions,
Yeah.
the specific actions that it makes them.
they do not bring peaceful vibes. That is what I will say.
And that I think just the whole talking about vibes and stuff is I honestly just love like the hippie like once
love
you
the
do
word
shrooms
vibes.
and what
I love the word vibes.
Vibes.
Sorry, I talked over you.
no,
You
no,
know,
yeah.
I think that goes to frequency. That's like kind of like I really think that's a thing. You know, people just like you click with people because like you, I'm sure, make a frequency like on some level. Like you make a hum to the universe. Your body moving,
But-
your organic chemistry, it's all moving, and I don't think we can really hear it.
But there's specific things. There's like pheromones, like, you know, there's
think
like the
that's-
way people smell, the way like you talk, the way like you find patterns in people's speeches. Like,
I guess I don't know.
but because like it feels like you're assigning it to like all, maybe not.
Like
I
it's
don't
a
know
lot
the
of
words,
things
but
that you're
like,
assigning to like
frequency.
one
You
thing.
literally
Vibes.
said we were humming,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we do hum.
and this dude won't watch JoJo.
Man, you should watch JoJo.
That's literally like JoJo. I don't even JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's season 1 and season 2. They have like the Haman or
yeah,
whatever.
it's like
Haman.
special breathing that gives life energy vibes things.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys didn't know about that? Yeah, that's no, it's like
Yeah,
a real
that's
thing.
So then
you
you should
mastered
watch
Hamon.
JoJo.
Could you fight a vampire for me? There's one living in the apartment next
Yeah, his
door.
name's Dio.
Oh, I don't want to fight Dio. I've seen JoJo a little bit, man. Dio would probably fucking kill me.
Dio would.
You don't think you could pull some like outsmart him bullshit?
Like right now?
Yeah, like right now. Dio busts
Dio
through the
would
door
pop
over
it
there.
in.
He
Okay.
is going to kill us all unless you do some crazy shit.
Well, we don't have any like fire.
Do we have silver? Do we
I
have?
don't even have my lighter.
No, Dio's
I got a lighter.
I don't think Dio would.
All right,
I don't
all right,
think that's
Red.
gonna-
So Holden and Daniel are tied on the left side of the couch, right? And then Dio is gonna kill me unless
Oh no.
unless you direct him over there to the couch and say, "See, there's more people."
Oh God.
So how?
So
how'd
do you let me
react
and
there?
Dan die, or do you let
Oh
Manny
no.
die?
Okay. So I use my lighter and
No.
then I use life energy and I throw a fireball at Dio, right? So he has to fight me, okay?
Throw a fireball right now.
You could use a big rock.
You could use a big rock. Well, man.
I was thinking we could probably edit that in.
Oh, okay. You're gonna get like a PNG of a rock and just.
No, not a rock, a fireball.
I'll fix it in post.
Thanks. And yeah. Like a little
If
Dio
I
battle
do it,
scene.
I'm gonna make it be the most fucking pitiful looking fireball
Why?
on the planet. It is gonna look
Why?
like a little.
What if I were to tell you that in my reality I actually threw a fireball and I'm just actually insane? But does that make my perspective any less?
I mean, it would make it wrong to Holden and I. Like we would be able to say,
Yeah, and
you
I would
didn't
also
throw a
argue-
fireball.
Yeah,
I
that
just
you-
didn't see it.
but because that's the thing, I want to say that like that just like objectively like did not happen, but then I guess it is just like, oh
When-
well, maybe I am insane and I'm in a
No.
mental asylum and this is all fake.
When
like,
me and Jackson were, we did a lot of psychedelics together, and frequently we would make things, right? So like Daniel as witness, we had, I want to say his name was Timmy Booty. I want to say.
Oh man, Timmy Booty. I remember
right, that
Timmy
was his
Booty.
name, right? Yeah. And it was just this like little entity that like appeared like when we were tripping sack, and like we would do things with him, and there was a couple murder plots, and needless to say, Timmy Booty did not make it very long. But like then we just started making people, and it was just like in this little like alternate reality that we had both cooked up because it's like our perspective, you know. So it's like a thought within a thought.
Yeah. But I guess like I think deep down you know
Duh. But
that,
I
like-
choose not to believe like that, you know.
yeah, but like
I mean,
that's
it's
what I'm trying to
easier
get
why
at.
would
Is
I?
there
On
is like a
acid.
universal
Yeah.
When you're on acid, you can't tell that.
True.
you
That's
know,
why.
you're.
Well, yeah.
You're making it up.
So it's like an imaginary friend, but for psychedelics.
Yeah, but like okay, so like yes. If you really want me to admit it, deep down, I know it's not.
I know that's
real.
awesome. Like I'm
But
not
it's like
shitting on
you get to
that. That
choose
is awesome.
to live in a fantasy world if you want. You know, life is your fucking perspective, your imaginary dream world. It's like yeah, you have to kind of have an eye on what is true and know what is true to not like just go completely nutty.
Because like that's the thing. I feel like when you live, like me and Dan can go hop in fairyland anytime we want. If we trip sack and want to believe in Timmy Booty, we could believe in Timmy Booty, right?
But, like-
overall, like
Why wouldn't you always want to live like that and be free?
because
Because that's not like what's actually happening. Like I think a certain amount of like you making your choice, you have to say in like good faith to yourself, yeah, I really do believe like this is what's actually happening.
Well, yeah,
and
you
in
like I
order to
said-
like step into like that fantasy stuff forever, you would have to either be schizophrenic, which is a mental disorder, or you would have to really and truly believe that like that's
It's all
what
about
is, which
perspective.
I guess is what like schizophrenia.
For example,
is,
right? You
I guess.
you got to go to the mall, right, to get earrings from Spencer's, okay? Because it's the only place you can get earrings from, I guess. But you're by yourself. You don't have any AirPods, right? You're going and like, what are you doing while you're walking, right? Are you just in your head? Are you thinking? Are you fucking, I don't know, planning something in your head? Are you on your phone? Nah, me, I'm playing a game. Like, all right, super secret spy agent, going through. And I'm like, I don't know, you get into it, you know? I'm like, all right, what are you doing over there on your phone? You an agent? You keep walking. It's, fun.
I mean, yeah, because like for
Having
me, I
fun.
just like I
Slipping
can
into the-
understand.
I don't know,
But to
slipping
answer
into
your
a
like,
game.
what are you guys doing on a daily basis? For me, I'm just like looking around. I'm like observing things. Like I'm just taking in like information. Like I may be thinking. I may have a train of thought of something I'm like thinking about. I mean, every now and then maybe I like do something for fun like that. But overall, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like I feel like
Grounded.
gaining information, like gaining.
No.
Like, how would you describe? You're just
Yeah, no,
on
like
a
about
general.
the same. Like I don't know, in general, just doing stuff. Well, yeah, trying to get information.
Yeah.
Like I'll occasionally, I don't know, daydream or something, but like there's no point in that where I totally dissociate from like reality and like the daydream is how I perceive reality for like, the time I'm in it.
Yeah.
But it's like dangerous to, I don't know. No, I don't know. It's
So
fun.
are you
and-
genuinely saying like 80-90% of the time, like if you were to like just go out and be somewhere, you're like always like imagining and like playing those games?
No.
Like
But I'm always doing like wacky shit to keep myself occupied.
Yeah, I think that's
Walking
just
on the
being a
tile
goofy,
or,
fun individual.
like touching like, like all the red things that I see or.
yeah,
don't
okay,
know.
yeah. Cause like,
Like-
if like you're walking on tile, I think that's like a stereotypical
Yeah.
thing. Or like try to walk in a pattern.
Dude,
like,
I've
you
done
know.
that daily.
Always
It's
keep
fine. I still do that. Do y'all walk
Oh,
in
yeah.
patterns and tiles?
or
Absolutely.
like driving down a highway, I'll just like find myself like every now and then like biting my teeth or something like
Yeah.
to like the telephone poles or something.
See, that's why I think I would do really well if I was in ever prison, right? So hear me out, right? They throw me in solitary confinement, okay? But they can't break me because I just live in a fantasy world. You think of stories of a big old castle and
Yeah, but like,
a dragon.
when you get like beat up and you're feeling physical pain or
I mean, physical pain. is
Worse
physical
things
pain.
happen.
I mean, yeah, physical pain is pretty. I don't know. I think physical pain is pretty bad.
It's when you escape the
there's
most.
a reason a lot of moral systems say physical pain is like, I don't know,
Also,
cause
why
me
do
to
you
say
just assume
moral,
that the
like,
prison guards would just like beat me if I was in solitary?
because you're acting like going to prison for you will be no problem because you'll just live in your fairyland. And I'm gonna be like, no,
but,
someone's
like-
gonna fucking steal your money. You're gonna like square up to him, knowing you. You're probably gonna maybe win the fight. I don't know. You're gonna get like beat. Like you can hit a guy. He's gonna be like in a part of fucking. Like, he's got his own group.
Yeah, that's the
They
sad-
come
yeah.
beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. You gotta
Got
take
no
on, like,
teeth.
5
Got to eat
dudes.
like yogurt and
Nah, you
freaking-
just get fake teeth.
with
How?
what money? You're in prison.
how many cigarettes do you think it costs for dental implants?
It's
prison.
how many people do you have to kill?
I know. So, but
In
like,
prison.
you're
Probably
so you're just
3.
being like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
I'll just dream
probably-
about riding a unicorn and
And then
eating hot dogs.
And then I come back to Earth the moment I have to like kill someone for money in prison. Yeah.
I don't like that
Okay.
wink. He
Yeah,
winked
no,
at me.
yeah, all right, yeah, I'm all for your prison survival strategy. So he'll be like Zen, nothing. This is not here until he needs what was it, money for like dental implants?
No, to murder someone.
Yeah, because
his specific thing
Yeah,
was
'cause
murder
I guess I lost the
someone.
fight because
bet you
like a
could
bunch of
live-
people showed up and stomped my teeth out. So I need teeth. So I have to kill people to get money.
Why not?
to-
If you're willing to commit murder, just kill the people who
And take
would've,
their teeth.
Like, yeah,
I don't want their teeth. Fuck their teeth. Fucking disgusting.
You could
ass
just
teeth.
cut out your
No, I'm gonna get like gold
gums.
teeth.
Gold teeth. You're gonna have to smuggle in a person to work on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Normally they smuggle things in by like breaking them up and like putting them in like cheese and a cake and then bribing people to
Not
like
my teeth.
you can't get a whole person in. You're gonna get like a little leprechaun.
start killing people. Get shit done in prison. You know,
I think you just get killed.
probably
It's gonna be
more than likely, and then I'd be gone. Wouldn't have to worry about it.
Hey, I'm gonna defend Red on this. There could be a doctor in prison.
True.
Like from what things are going in Florida right now, there's gonna be a lot of doctors in prison.
Oh wait, what's going on in Florida right now?
everything.
No, like
Republican
is there
shit.
something new?
Well, they're trying to like criminalize having any sort of gender affirming care. So if you're a physician
Oh.
that actually provides that, they can literally legally
Yeah,
either
and where
fine
are
you
they
like
on
$5,000
abortion?
or give you 5 years in prison or something like that.
And they're one of the ones about abortion, right? Can you look
I
that
thought
up?
we were the worst.
Yeah, but I'm
Not-
pretty
not,
sure Florida is
they
just
got-
as
Yeah, Florida's fucking awful.
Oh wait, no,
Florida
Florida
is
just
like a-
actually recently. Okay, now it's come back to me.
all
DeSantis
coming
just
back to
signed
me.
something like I don't know, a couple weeks ago, where if you're if you're like sexually assaulted or raped and you get pregnant, you actually in order to prove that you can that's the one
Oh,
reason you can get an
no.
abortion. You have to prove.
Oh no.
You have to
That's
prove that
fucking
you got
evil.
raped.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, Jesus.
And maybe like look
fucking
this up,
Christ.
Manny, for me, so I don't
Don't do a misinformation.
don't do a misinformation. But I'm 99% sure.
That is absolutely insane.
I'm working on looking it up. I don't even know what to search.
Like Ron
Florida-
DeSantis new abortion bill.
Dude,
Isn't
I
he
can't-
like their guy for?
Yeah, he's their
He's their
governor.
guy, yeah.
Governor, yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
We'll
like
get
for
back to you
the whole
momentarily.
GOP, like they're gonna try.
Oh
and
yeah,
run
he's
him
probably
pretty
gonna.
much?
He's probably.
I think so,
I
yeah.
think him, Trump, Biden, and someone else. Maybe I don't know. I hope it's not. But
I really, I don't even know. I don't know.
I just don't even want to. I'm not ready for like 2024.
Getting
election cycle
another
yet.
political cycle,
I'm
and
not
now a
ready.
raging Republican narcissist owns Twitter too. So that's totally going to be used in
Yeah.
the culture war. Isn't fucking?
man.
This is crazy, man.
I love living in modern
Dude,
day
I
USA.
really think that there is a large chance that Trump will get like I don't know. He might get far.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
I mean, I
don't
feel
wanna think
like
about that.
I feel like he might split the ticket if they vote. Like, I'm not sure if the GOP will go with him again, or I don't know. Like, I hope, I guess, anyways, that'll fragment them. Like,
He's just a fucking senile old man on fucking methamphetamines, trying
Mm-hmm.
to grab people by the balls, and it's weird, man. We don't like him. It's like, no, no, no.
See, the scary thing is like Ron DeSantis. Like we're like, oh, we just don't want Trump, right?
No, he's really bad
but
too.
like Ron DeSantis
I would rather
knows how
have
to
Trump
just
than
get away
DeSantis.
things.
Yeah.
like,
honestly.
but it's like also we can't have
Oh,
someone
God.
that literally did like an
The
insurrection.
abortion thing, according to NPR.org, which I am not verified how.
That's pretty
Damn,
bad.
yeah, wait, the insurrection. Too.
So let's see here. They actually changed a 15-week abortion. So after 15 weeks, abortion is banned, and it says right here that this new 15-week ban does not make exceptions. For cases of incest, rape, or human trafficking. It only allows an exception if it would save the life of the pregnant person or prevent serious injury to them.
Oh, so it's literally worse than I said.
Okay,
yeah,
it does let
I'll
them
keep-
live in terms of
Yeah,
14
but
weeks,
I was saying if they got like
15
someone got
weeks?
raped, that they were going to allow it to get an
15
abortion.
weeks is not.
I
enough.
was gonna say is
Like-
not a long time. It's like barely anything.
I don't know. You could like get pregnant and not know about
Exactly,
it
exactly.
until, like after that period.
Man,
Because that's realistically like 2-3 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
yeah. So Yeah, because we were talking about that because of I'm trying to think of like why we started going down this
I was gonna say
depressing
this
thing because Manuel was
it's not
saying
politics.
the doctors, yeah, so they're doing a bunch of stuff.
We were talking about philosophy, which tied into religion, which tied into politics, which tied into
It all
America.
ties together.
It's all the same.
It's all connected.
It's all connected, damn it. So
It's a red thread on the wall.
yeah, and I think that's just like human consciousness, right? We're all just
Yeah.
like going through life, right? Having different, like we were saying, observing different stimuli, thinking
We're
about
on a
different
rock
things.
orbiting. It's like fucking axis orbiting
Yeah.
around a big fiery ball of gas. In
Yeah,
the fucking
just
middle
a
of
speck
nowhere.
of dirt and a puff of gas,
In a really fucking
somewhere nowhere.
small amount of time too.
Yeah.
that's why it doesn't, because it's so small.
It's
not-
kind of nice to just like in the grand scheme of things, universe, right? Like we're here for like just a dot, right? But
Yeah.
like it's kind of cool to be like, hey, hi, and then
Yeah.
like your time's gone, right? But I enjoy being here, like to be like, hi, hi, like universe, this is me.
And like existential scale like you're talking about. I
Yeah.
agree with that. Like it's just really cool that we get to pop in for a little bit.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about the rest of it, like all of the bullshit that's going down.
Yeah.
You just get to like do your little part. And
like
you're
5
done.
million years when Africa splits into two and it's got two different tectonic plates and the world's completely different. Mm-hmm. No, we they're flat, man. Fuck, man, I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
I don't know anything about that. Oh man, oh man. But I think that's a good way to. I think that's a good way to wrap it all up. Probably in a deli sandwich.
Man, dude, speaking of food, you want like Whataburger?